Hi everyone, it's Veronica. And first of all, I want to say that this is June 16th and it's Father's Day. So I want to wish all you fathers out there a wonderful Father's Day. I hope you're spending time with your family. And if not, hopefully you're getting some nice phone calls and well wishes and know you're loved. And we appreciate all that you do. So, my name is Veronica, and this is our online soul pilgrimage. For those of you who are joining in, this journey to your inner self is based on our book, Soul Steps 52 Ways to Reconnect with Spirit. This book is co authored by my two friends and colleagues, Mind, Body, Soul coach, Natalie Finley, registered psychologist, Florence Strang, and of course myself, Veronica Connors. I'm a certified spiritual life coach, a self-mastery teacher, and a meditation teacher. We are here weekly on our soul pilgrimage and our soul steps page, sharing videos with you based on all the tools and teachings we have collected from our own work and clients over the years. And the truth is, we still continue to collect these teachings and start to integrate them in our videos every week because it's an ongoing process, of course. And I can tell you that our own excavation in our inner work has been quite extensive and is never ending. So we continue to share that with you all. So today is session number 24. And we're almost halfway through Soul Steps. We're almost halfway through the book, and we're almost halfway through teaching each of the chapters in this soul pilgrimage. So thanks for joining in, and thanks for all your comments and your questions throughout this journey together. We love answering your questions and connecting with you on how you are processing this information, but also how you're applying it to your life. So for my section, I've been going in order as they are written in the book, and today we're looking at soul step number 8, and it's called As Gentle as a Whisper. This soul step is based on the ideas around the power of speech and the power of words in particular. But I'm going to show you how that's related to also the power of our thoughts and really joins together to make a whole vibration that comes from our whole energy system and how that affects our daily life. So really the vibrations of the energetic level that the spoken word represents in your life is what I'm trying to get at. There's a lot of research around the energy of words. And one I love to touch on today was introduced to me by my dear friend and co-author, Florence Strang. I think she talks quite a bit about Dr. Emoto's work as well. And I'm not sure if it's in one of her pieces, but she introduced me to this work and I'm just so fascinated with that I'm going to share it with you in this piece. So perhaps you've heard of the work of this Japanese researcher and author, Dr. Emoto, who worked with the effect of words and music on water. He found that when positive words were taped to a bottle of distilled water, and then the droplets were frozen with the word taped to the bottle. And what he found was that the frozen droplets formed clear, symmetrical, crystalline structures like that of crystal clear spring water. And that's when positive words were spoken or taped to the bottle. And these structures, if you look up his work, were quite beautiful. They were crystal clear. They were almost like looking at a gemstone. So I'd really encourage you to go look that up. So on the other side of that, when he taped negative words to the water in their bottles, its molecules, the water's molecules, resemble the crystals of polluted and stagnant water. The low vibration, obviously, a low energy. And it almost looks dirty, and actually it's not very pleasant to look at. So if you look this up online, you'd likely be amazed, as I was, at the difference the words and the meaning of the words, in other words, the vibration of the word, had on the frozen water molecules is quite impressive. So what does this mean for us? What does this mean about words and the vibration of words? For me, it means that Dr. Emoto's work demonstrates the remarkable and observable impact of the spoken and written word. It demonstrates the remarkable and observable impact of the spoken and the written word. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. And the vibration of the impact of the words that we use on other people and on ourselves. And that's what I want to get at. So if you're just, so it's not just the utterance of the sounds in the words, but it's the meaning behind the word. So it's not just the utterance of the letters put together, but it's the meaning that is conveyed, the motivation behind the word that is spoken. And that's really important to remember. And we're going to talk about that a little further on in the video. The vibration that is created when the motivation behind the word is released into the water is important, whether that is a motivation of negativity or a motivation of positivity. So when you think of words in this way, you can envision an energy exchange that happens as your words leave you and extend out to the receiver. How does it change the transmitter? How does it change the person who receives your words, that negative, dark energy, stagnant energy heading your way? But also if you're the speaker of that negative, dark, stagnant energy and you're sending that out to another person, how does that affect the receiver and you, the transmitter? And likewise, positive as well. You can look at the other side, which of course is wonderful, and you're sending out these beautiful images and vibration when the words and the meaning and the motivation is positive. So let's just test the energy of words out in our own bodies for this moment while we're here together. I believe resolutely in trusting my own experiences and taking the information I receive and applying it to my own life. So let's take a minute to tune into our own bodies, feeling our own inner energy together. So in order to do that, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Just get really comfortable. Close your eyes. And let your focus be an internal focus. Let your focus go within. I want you to focus on the energy or the movements you feel within your body. Maybe it's tingling in your hands or feet. Maybe you feel some cold on your hands or your cheek. Maybe you feel some heat near your heart. Now go internal. Maybe the energy is moving slowly, quickly. I can feel like tight energy in my throat as I speak. Whatever you notice, just observe the energy and movement within your body. So just to get a little further in that inward focus, let's take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale for the count of 3, and then I want you to exhale for the count of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 5 counts. So inhale like this for 3. And exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now let's do that together while bringing our focus inward for 3 cycles. Moving into a relaxed state, a relaxed alpha state, opening your awareness, open your heart space, and breathe in. And exhale. Feeling how your breath feels on the inhale, feeling your lungs fill with air, and then noticing your body falling and relaxing more into your chair On the exhale, inhale and exhale, turning your focus inward. So now checking inward with my body, where do I feel energy moving or not moving? Maybe I feel some stagnant, tense energy like my shoulders. Maybe I feel some fluttering energy in my belly, some tingling in my hands and feet, some tightness in my throat, some tingling on my crown chakra. Just notice what you're noticing, fast moving or slow moving energy. The more you do this, the more you'll pick up the signals that you notice in your body. And breathe. And exhale. Now keeping your eyes closed and still breathing in for 3 and out for 5. Know that the words are the spoken form of your thought energy. They are manifested already, thought energy. Words can be as gentle as a whisper or strong as your fist. They can commit violence or they can soothe the soul. They can reject and they can include. They can empower or they can literally work to discount your worth. And breathe. Now, as you continue to breathe, I want you to repeat the words I say either in your head or out loud, keeping your eyes closed and your focus inward. While doing so, tune into the energy in your body as you say the words and feel the effects of the word on your body's energy. And breathe. Exhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat after me. Struggle. Idiot. Suffocate. Hateful. Selfish. Force. Complain. Disgust. Horrible. And breathe. So as I say these words, I can feel a drawing down on my energy, a pulling it lower, almost like all around my head, my shoulders, my body. I feel like crunching in, almost like a constriction. Do you feel the energy in your body? What do you feel as you repeated these words? Can you feel how the words cause a contraction in your body? A constriction of your energy? A heaviness almost all around the outline as my energy extends out from my actual body. I can feel this heaviness all around me. And breathe. Now let's do the same with affirming words. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to turn your focus inward. Feel the creative power of a higher, uplifting energy as you repeat these words after me. Wise, beautiful, compassion, loving, jubilation, excitement, openness, joyous, celebration. And breathe. In through the nose for 3. And out for 5. Notice your body's response to these words. They add an uplifting and expansive energy when said with meaning. just tuning into this short little list, I can feel the difference in my body. On the second, more positive list, I feel an expansion in my heart space. My heart opens. I saw myself smiling. The energy in my body quickened, whereas before it was like slowing down and dragging on me. My posture lifted a little, and then lightness surrounded me on the outside as I extended out from my body. So one more breath, inhale, and exhale with a just open your eyes when you're ready. So just take a moment and type a comment below. I would love to hear what you picked up when you read the list of negative words to yourself and when you read the list of positive words to yourself. What did you pick up in your own energy? Because that's really important. We each have our own way of feeling energy that comes towards us, or energy that we produce ourselves. We each have our own way of sensing that energy, and practicing what we just did right now of just tuning in with the body on a daily basis will really help you know when you're picking up negative vibrations, negative vibes, if we could say, or positive vibrations, positive vibes, because these are really good indicators for where you want to put your energy and attention. So now I want you to extrapolate this to your daily life. Start tuning into your body during or after a conversation with someone. Notice how your words affect your body. Often we choose the same ways to communicate. We have these patterns. So I want you to notice if you are using words that bring you down on a regular basis, that constrict your energy, that weigh heavy on your body? Or are you using a lot of words that lift your energy, that expand your heart space, that make you feel good? Notice how your body is responding to the words that you use in your own language patterning, because this is something you can change. I actually do stop using words that cause constriction in my body. I make it a conscious effort to begin to change my speech pattern, because you hear words and you start using them. Sometimes the negative connotation I can see are bringing me down, are making me feel heavy. And I know that that's not doing my overall vibration, my overall feeling, my overall energy that I bring to the world any good. So I stop saying some words that are affecting me that way. And I also stop using words that I can see are affecting other people in the negative way. Make a conscious choice to change when you see someone really lowering their energy, when you're using these words and sending that out to them. You're taking something from them. So when I notice that, when I notice the same things that happen in my body happening in their energy, I make a conscious choice not to use those same words. Now, some would say, these are only words. Why be so sensitive? We have enough to worry about. And I would say to that, be more sensitive. Be more sensitive. You will not believe the effect that you can have on your own life and the effect of other people's lives when you are conscious of the words you're saying to people, because these are already manifestations of what you're thinking, and we know that our thinking causes our reality. So make it a point to tune more into the energy you're putting out. And of course, the energy you're recreating that comes back to you. This is how important this is. This is important stuff. This really dictates your daily life. So we all know Sigmund Freud. And Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, says that unless the personality has love, it sickens and dies. It makes me think of the water that Dr. Emoto used, where he used uplifting music and negative or positive words, how it really affected it. The water did look like stagnant water from a water body that was sickening and dying. So As the personality has love, unless the personality has love, it sickens and dies. Love includes things like understanding, goodwill, respect for the divinity in the other person. And of course, that includes respect in our words that we use with the other person. If you use words to, I love this actually, this phrase, if you use words to puncture someone else's ego, if you use words to puncture someone else's ego, this was said by J. Murphy, then you cannot gain their goodwill, and goodwill will not be returned to you. When you're thinking about the energy we put out into the world and what comes back to you, you are the creator of what you're putting out, and thus the creator of what comes back to you. So if you are choosing to puncture someone else's ego with your words and actions, then you cannot gain their goodwill, and goodwill will not be returned to you. Because we know that what we put out comes back to us. And that leads directly into the second takeaway today. Words are manifested thought energy. So I'm talking a lot about words, but I want you to know that what precedes the words you speak is your thought energy. This is an inner thought that you're already having, meaning words are only a manifestation of an already activated thought within you, an already activated vibration within you. So before you remember, I mentioned the motivation of the word. It's very important for the vibration that you are creating in your person, the vibration that you are putting out into the world, because we know this vibration is reflected back to us by the universe. So thought is where our creative power actually lies. And your spoken word is responding to your thought patterns. Your spoken word is responding to your already existing and activated thought patterns. So whether used on yourself or others, the words you speak are in turn affecting your energy, even if you meant them for someone else. Like, this is so important. You know, you say something to someone else thinking that it has no effect on you. You're protecting your own ego. But at the same time, you're puncturing and wounding their ego. But you're not just wounding their ego. You're wounding your own. And let me just talk about that idea for a minute, because it's so important when we get it. The words you speak are in turn affecting your energy, even if you meant them for someone else. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference. Your subconscious mind is a recording machine that reproduces your habitual thinking. So thinking good of another is actually thinking good about yourself. I'm going to say that again because it's so important. Your subconscious mind is a recording machine that reproduces your habitual thinking. So thinking good of another is actually thinking good about yourself. Thinking poorly of another is thinking poorly of yourself. And this is being recorded by your subconscious mind. And it's like a wish that we're putting into our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind carries out this wish. So if you're putting poor thoughts, even if they're not about you, they're about someone else, those poor thoughts are affecting your subconscious mind, and it takes that and makes this a reality in your life. Because what we believe, what we think on a regular basis is what we create. So a hateful or resentful thought is mental poison. Turn that into a hateful or resentful word. It's already manifested poison. When you think, feel, and say about another, you are bringing to pass in your own experience. It's already done. It's already happened. And when this becomes a pattern, that's when it actually manifests into the real word. Saying something once is not going to make that pattern in your subconscious mind. But if you're you, we tend to use the same language over and over again. And if you're using the same poison language on many people in your life, you're going to create that poison pattern. And that, of course, is within you because your subconscious mind is listening and recording. It's just a device. It doesn't distinguish between whether you're saying it about yourself or saying it about someone else. And really, this is the psychological meaning of the golden rule. So instead of do unto others as you wish to be done unto you, take that a step back. Speak about others as you wish, as you would have them speak about you. Now take that one step back further. Think about others as you would have them think about you. Because our thoughts precede both the words we speak and the actions we take. That's the gemstone in this lesson. Think about others as you would have them think about you. So the good thing is that when you do good, the kind words you share, the love you put out comes back to you multiplied because this is a higher energy. Why is it multiplied? Because those high energy words have a stronger and higher vibration than those lower energy words. The electrical magnetic energy, if you will, is stronger and more powerful than the low dense energy. So you can make up for any of the negative energy that you've sent out into the world by switching today to more positive thought patterns, hence more positive words, hence more positive actions. So the great thing from all of this is that no one can control your thoughts but you. Don't you just love that? We can take back our own power and responsibility because no one can control our thoughts but us. I love knowing that I can impact my life so profoundly because no one's in my head with me, just me. I'm not at the mercy of my circumstances. I'm not at the mercy of actions of others because how I think about the actions of others is my responsibility. So how I experience life is put in my hands by the thoughts I think about my experiences. I know this because two people can have the exact same thing happen to them. They can have the exact same trauma or drama. One person's life is torn upside down by it, and the other person can ride the waves by focusing on what is still right, what is still working, what is still good, even in the face of upset. Ultimately, it all comes back to you, and that's very empowering. I'll leave you with a few thoughts on words before we go. You are responsible for the way you think and speak and act towards others, and I think that is brilliant. I am happy to take that responsibility. The other person is never responsible for the way you think about him or her. That's another gem. The other person in your life is never responsible for the way you think about him or her. That's your responsibility. So no matter what's going on, you still have the choice to choose the way you think about the circumstances or the people in your life. You still have a choice to bring that beautiful crystalline energy, beautiful, almost like a stone, it's so gorgeous, and the cut, it's so beautiful, into your body, like Dr. Emoto's work, as opposed to that dark, stagnant energy that looks like a polluted pool. Think of the energy like that. When you use a negative word, you're bringing that dark, stagnant energy back onto yourself because your subconscious mind is recording it. So take a moment today to tune in to what you're thinking about other people, knowing that you are also turning that energy inward towards yourself. Just be aware. Notice. Feel it in your body. Your emotions are only your signal to what? To warn you, when you are off the mark with your thinking. So your emotions, you might be having a negative emotion. It's really just a gift to say, hey, your thinking's off track with what is true, with what is good, with what is loving. And we know that if our subconscious is going to record something, we want it to be recording loving, true, right speech that uplifts, that brings us joy. So if you have a negative emotion, let that be your signal that your thoughts, your inner thinking is off the mark. So your outer speech only represents your silent thoughts and feelings that have already happened. Just as animals can pick up on fear vibrations, just as animals can pick up on fear vibrations, many people are just as sensitive. The thoughts you believe are hidden are actually being broadcast by your voice, by your facial expressions, by your body language. So I love that the fact that this is true for both your positive and your negative thoughts. Know that if your outer speech is kind, you're saying words that are kind, but your true motivation is being broadcast by all to see through your facial expression, through your body language. So check your thoughts. Make sure they match up with your words. Otherwise, you are sending out two different signals. But the primary one is going to be the one that you actually believe, which isn't really the kind words you're saying. It's something different, and people know that. But before you change those words, adjust your thoughts to the ones that came from a place of peace. Or just choose one that is slightly higher than the one you were thinking and sharing to one that is slightly kinder. It's a practice, and you'll get better. You'll get better at shifting those. Sometimes in the moment, sometimes you'll think of one later. Sometimes it'll be in the moment. And then when you really get good at changing this behavior, you'll already have shifted your thinking to align with a kinder thought. So don't give in to the dramas and the traumas of others. You can maintain your peace with your thoughts by remaining steadfast to what you know creates peace within you, a peaceful outlook. So know that your words have valuable energy. Make the choice to do no harm to yourself and to others. You can choose a higher way of speaking and thinking because it's a better pattern than what you chose yesterday. To me, that's morality. Doing better today because we are aware that what we did yesterday didn't give good results. So to practice this moral speech is to quiet the inner waters, to take your breaths. Share your thoughts from a true place, from a place of love, forgiveness, compassion, understanding. And if you can't do that, reach for the best feeling thought that you can think before you speak. This is just speech. This is right speech. This is just speech. So I'll leave you with the affirmation that is at the end of every Peace and Soul Steps. You can say this affirmation daily or write it on a note and stick it in your closet so you can see it when you get up in the morning, when you're getting dressed, or on the fridge when you get your food. Once it becomes part of your consciousness and you notice the shift in your speaking and your awareness, you can then change it up for another quote, maybe from the book that you're working on, another aspect of your life. So here's an affirmation for the words you speak. From this moment forward, I vow to engage in loving speech so that I am responsible and proud of the energy I set in motion. So that I am responsible and proud of the energy I send within. Thank you so much for watching this video and tuning in. I hope this video was very helpful for you today and you gleaned some little tidbit of information that would help you transform your speech and the words you use, or even stepping back, transform the thoughts that you are having, because that's where real creative power lies. And I hope you'll continue to notice the words that you're using on a daily basis. Notice your patterns, and of course the thoughts that ultimately come before them. So take it upon yourself now to be more conscious of the words you're using. So thanks for tuning in. Please tune in next week when Florence is back, and the week after when Natalie will return with another piece. I'll be here in 3 weeks' time with my next soul step, number 9, lean into your life. And that's all about taking the smallest steps so that you can help build momentum. You know, when we look at a project, we think it's too big, it's too heavy, and we procrastinate, we put it off, and we set it aside. But if you could take those little tiny steps, you will find yourself building momentum and being able to move towards them more quickly. We're going to talk all about little tidbits of how to do that and why we sabotage ourselves sometimes. So thanks for tuning in again, and bye for now, and I'll see you in 3 weeks' time.